2025, the year the internet broke, rebuilt itself, and then filled the gaps with slop. We went from chatting with bots to managing swarms of agents. We saw Nano Banana turn us into figurines, and vibe coding turn us into software engineers overnight. This is the 2025 year in review, the journey from January's reasoning breakthroughs to December's fight for authenticity. Whether you're here for the tech or just to find out why everyone is saying 6 to 7, buckle up. It's been a wild ride through the AI frontier. January kicked off with a bang. OpenAI launched, quote, Operator, a computer-using agent that didn't just give answers, it took action. While we were busy watching bots book our flights, DeepSeek R1 arrived from China, proving that world-class reasoning didn't need a trillion-dollar data center. It was the moment the AI arms race went global and open source. Suddenly, the goal wasn't just to talk like a human. It was to navigate the web like one. The era of the autonomous agent had officially begun. By February, the way we build things changed. Vibe coding became the movement of the year. Tools like Replit Agent and Cursor allowed anyone to build full-stack apps by just describing the vibe. No syntax, no semicolons, just intent. It turned every dreamer into a developer. Meanwhile, the internet started speaking in riddles with the 6 to 7 meme. Ambiguity was the new currency, and AI was the printing press. Coding was no longer a wall, it was a conversation. March brought the end of reality. Midjourney V7 and Flux reached a point where AI photos were indistinguishable from real ones. We saw the rise of aura farming, where users used AI to curate the perfect digital presence and magnetic energy. But with great power came great sycophancy. OpenAI actually had to roll back a ChatGPT update because it was glazing users too much, praising every prompt like it was a masterpiece. Even the bots were trying too hard to be liked. In April, Mark Zuckerberg dropped the hammer with Llama 4. It wasn't just a model, it was a statement. By making a frontier-level model open source, Meta empowered developers to run genius-level AI on their own hardware. This sparked a local AI revolution. People were running private, uncensored assistants on their laptops, proving that the future of intelligence didn't have to live behind a corporate paywall. The open-source community began outpacing the giants. May was the month of the moving image. Google's Veo 3 and OpenAI's Sora 2 went head-to-head. We weren't just making 10-second clips anymore. We were seeing the first AI-generated short films with consistent characters and perfect physics. It led to the first Prompt Academy Awards. But as the tech improved, so did the slop. Feeds began filling with bizarre AI videos of zombies playing football and cat soap operas. The battle between art and slop had officially started. By June, AI was in every office, but it brought a new problem: work slop. A Harvard study found employees were using AI to churn out low-effort reports, creating even more work for their colleagues to fix. While Gemini was helping us summarize 50-page docs in seconds, we had to learn the hard way that an AI-written email without a human touch is just digital noise. The successful workers weren't the ones using AI the most, but the ones using it the smartest. In July, the platforms fought back. YouTube announced it would stop monetizing AI slop, mass-produced repetitive content that lacked originality. The dead internet theory felt more real than ever, as bot accounts farmed engagement with weirdly distorted images. This was a turning point. We realized that while AI can generate infinite content, it can't generate human meaning. The world started craving, quote, realness again, even as the tech became more convincing. August was the month of the banana. Google's Nano Banana, officially Gemini 2.5 flash image, went viral. It wasn't just the name that caught on, it was the 3D figurine trend. Everyone was turning their selfies into tiny, toy-like 3D characters. It was cute, it was silly, and it was everywhere. Nano Banana proved that I didn't have to be serious or scary. It could just be a fun tool for digital collectibles and tiny versions of ourselves. September saw the rise of thinking models. OpenAI's O3 Mini and the deep research tools changed how we solved problems. Instead of instant, shallow answers, the AI would pause, reason, and debug for minutes before responding. It started winning gold medals in math competitions and solving PhD-level physics problems. We learned that speed isn't everything. Sometimes, the most powerful thing an AI can do is stop and think. October was all about the vibe. The Studio Ghibli AI filter took over social media, turning every mundane video into a soft, nostalgic masterpiece. It was a moment of wholesome AI. At the same time, we saw the rise of Labubu dolls, creepy cute collectibles that became the latest viral obsession. Whether it was a digital filter or a physical doll, 2025 was obsessed with things that were slightly off, but undeniably captivating. November was a historic showdown. Within 3 weeks, we got Grok 4, Gemini 3, and Claude 4.5. The frontier war was at its peak. Each model offered massive context windows, literally able to read an entire library of books in one prompt. Claude dominated the quote-quote-quote space, actually moving the mouse and clicking buttons like a person, while Gemini 3 became the first to break 1,500 on the global leaderboards. It was a total blitz of intelligence. As we hit December, Merriam-Webster officially named Slop the word of the year. It was a perfect summary of 2025, a year defined by the tension between incredible breakthroughs and meaningless junk. We saw the rise of clanker as a slang term for AI sources and a final push for AGI rumors. We ended the year smarter than we started, but also more skeptical. We learned to value the human in the loop more than ever before. Vibe coding didn't just change software, it changed the economy. In 2025, we saw the first solopreneur unicorns, billion-dollar companies run by a single person and a swarm of AI agents. If you could articulate a vision, you could execute it. The barrier to entry for starting a tech company didn't just lower, it vanished. We moved from a world of how to code to a world of what to build. AI also left the screen. 2025 was the year smart glasses became actually useful. With multimodal AI, your glasses could see what you were looking at and explain it in real time. Whether it was translating a menu in Tokyo or helping you fix a leaky faucet by identifying the parts, AI became our third eye. We stopped using AI and started living with it as an invisible, helpful layer over our physical reality. We can't talk about 2025 without the memes. From Prashant Croissant to the 100 men vs 1 gorilla debate, AI helped fuel a culture of absurdist humor. We used AI to remix songs, create fake movie trailers for Guitar Hero Mobile, and Aura-farm our way into new social circles. It was the year the internet's sense of humor became as fast and unpredictable as the algorithms themselves. Beyond the memes and the slop, AI saved lives. AlphaFold 3 and new biological models led to breakthrough drug discoveries for diseases we thought were untouchable. In 2025, AI wasn't just writing poems. It was folding proteins and designing more efficient solar cells. While we were distracted by Nano Banana, the tech was quietly solving some of humanity's biggest physical challenges. The workforce in late 2025 looks nothing like 2024. Agent management is now the #1 skill. We aren't just doing tasks. We're directing teams of digital specialists. The fear of replacement shifted into a drive for collaboration. We learned that AI can give us the answers, but humans have to ask the right questions. Looking back at the last 12 months, 2025 was the year AI became agentic. It stopped being a passive tool and became an active participant in our lives. We navigated a sea of slop to find islands of incredible brilliance. We learned to vibe code Aura-farm and tell the difference between a quote clanker and a creative partner. We realized that the more AI we have, the more our human vibe actually matters. So what's next? If 2025 was the year of the agent, will 2026 be the year of AGI? Only time and the next model drop will tell. For now, keep building, keep vibe coding, and for heaven's sake, stay away from the slop. Thanks for watching this 2025 year in review. I'll see you in the future. 6 to 7, everyone. 6 to 7. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay ahead of the curve in 2026.